All right. Always have an exit strategy. This is how I know how to get out of every position that I get into. I'm going to give you the formula. This would have made you a lot of money in May of 2008. It'll make you a lot of money going forward. Okay? First of all, you got to understand, no one ever made a dime by buying the right stock at the right time. So quit trying. The only way to make money in the market is to sell at a profit. So here's how I do it. I take the last 12 months' volatility and I calculate what's called an expected move. That's how much that stock is likely to move up or down in the upcoming 5 trading days. Okay? What's more, it tells me how much that stock can move against me and still be in an uptrend. Every technical system that's out there, and several of you have talked about technicals, and we've talked about that a little bit before. Every technical system that's out there, and I don't care which one you've got, which one you use, they all have the same objective. And that is to know the difference between normal volatility and a change in direction. If you know a stock has moved from a bullish trend to a bearish trend, what would you do? Sell it. Or short it. But how do you know if that's going to happen when maybe it had a little bit of a pullback and it's just volatility causing it to happen? And it jumps right back up again. Isn't that really the problem that you all face? We all face that, is that we get out of a stock, maybe it hits our stop loss, and immediately goes back up again, and we think we're just an idiot or someone's out there manipulating the market. I know that's happened to you. It happens to everybody. Here's how I avoid it. I take last week's lowest low and I subtract from it the expected move. Now, the formula that I use, and you can go look it up, the formula that I use for calculating that expected move has a function of time and the price of the stock, and it's based upon a Black-Scholes formula. It's a derivation of it. You can go to Google and look it up. It's fairly complicated, but you can get there. Here's how it works. I've got a company here, the XYZ company. Next week's expected move is $6.49. I own the stock. So that means my stop loss based upon last week's lowest low is going to be $35.09. It's now trading at around $45. So what I do is I take last week's lowest low minus the expected move, and that equals next week's stop loss. Now watch right up here in the corner. That stop loss tracks. It's not a trailing stop. It stair steps up. And when it triggers that stop loss, I'm out. It doesn't matter that I made a lot of money with that stock, and it doesn't matter to me if it turns right around and goes back up again. I pulled my money out. It violated what it does normally. That expected move is one standard deviation of what the normal volatility is of that stock for the next 5 trading days. Okay? All right. This is my marriage counseling slide. Some of you, who probably won't admit it now because I'll call on, no, I won't call on you. Some of you are married to a stock. Some of you are married to several of them. You're a polygamist. And the problem is that you love that stock. And down in your heart of hearts, you think that stock loves you back. It does not. It doesn't care about you. It doesn't care about the fact that you want to have money for your retirement or for your grandkids. It doesn't care. It's just a piece of paper. It doesn't care. And you won't like the divorce, and it's coming. In fact, some of you go home every night with that stock and you fix supper, or dinner. Sorry. Texas we call it supper. You fix dinner, you set the table, you think that stock's going to come home and have dinner with you. And it left in May of 2008. All right. Never, never average down. Now, for those of you that have, and I don't want to make you mad at me because I'd like your business, I submit to you, and I know some of you have, I won't ask for a show of hands, that when a stock starts dropping in price, you'll buy twice as many shares to cut your basis in half because you still believe in that stock. No, you don't believe in that stock. You believe in your ego. You can't deal with the fact that you screwed up. You can't deal with the fact that you should have gotten out a long time ago. And so you try to justify to yourself that you made the right decision. And that's emotion. And emotion will kill you as an investor. Get out of being an emotional investor. All right. Insider trading. How much time have I got? A few minutes. Okay. Rule number 6. How important is insider trading? How many of you follow insider trading? Okay. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter where you get it. You go to Yahoo and get it.
The legal ones.
Yeah. Who's buying and who's selling? By the way, you do know that insider trading is not illegal unless it's illegal, right? Okay. So it's not that it's a bad thing. How many of you, those of you who raise your hands, like to follow insider selling? Anybody? Okay, a few. All right, now, here's my position on it. There are a million reasons for insider selling. Redemption, pay taxes, good news coming out on the company. Bet you never thought of that. Why would an insider sell if there's good news coming out? Because they're scared to death of you. Do you know of any insider that has ever gone to jail for selling ahead of good news? Doesn't happen. They go to jail if they sell, sometimes, if they sell ahead of bad news. And so it's safe. It's safer for some of these insiders to sell if they feel good about the company. In fact, most of them have an automatic program so that they're not even involved in the decision-making because of the potential lawsuits. To broker a deal that's accretive and net positive, or there's bad news coming out on the company. If they sell because there's bad news coming out on the company, that is illegal and they go to jail. Most of them do. All right. There's only one reason for insider buying, and that's the strong belief that the stock is cheap compared to what it's going to be in the future. So since there's a million reasons for insider selling, I don't watch it. I don't care about it. I only care about insider buying. All right. Now, those of you who are Warren Buffett types, and I insulted you a while ago, which I apologize. I am sure that you've got rooms full of MBA grads doing nothing but research for you. Because that's what Warren Buffett's got. Big institutions have rooms full of MBAs doing nothing but research. That's why there's no such thing as an undiscovered stock. If there is such a thing as an undiscovered stock, people get fired. Because these people in these rooms, in these little cubicles, are supposed to find all of them.